What's up, guys? Guess what time it is? It's 4:30 in the morning. You don't have to start at 4:30 in the morning. Me starting at 4:30 in the morning, though, gives me at least 90 minutes, 2 more hours before I see another single person, right? It gives me time to do the things through the day that I'm not going to do, which is work out and do cardio and make this video, right? First thing, it's accountability. The most important thing I've got in my head today is something I've said probably 100 times in the last 2 years on one of these videos. And it's how you view what you do affects how you do what you do. How you view what you do affects how you do what you do. A man named Inky Johnson said that. If you don't like listening to me, go listen to him. If you like listening to me, go listen to him. Either way, go check him out. He's got an amazing story, Inky Johnson. My kids have actually seen him speak in person. He goes around to schools and stuff and huge corporate events and all kinds of stuff. But how you view what you do affects how you do what you do. Think about that. If you don't view what you're doing as important, you're not going to do it in an important manner. If you're just dabbling in whatever it is you're doing, you're not going to do it as though it's important, right? So it's never going to really happen for you because it's not important to you. Until you decide that the shit you are doing is important, it's never going to make a difference. You're never going to do it at the level that you can. You might make a little money at it. You might make a little difference in the mirror in your body, right? Your food storage, your self-sufficiency, your production. I think at this point, I've been doing these videos for a few years now. And I think at this point, if you're still watching these videos, you probably agree that things are changing, right? We went through all the COVID nonsense, made a bunch of videos. A year or two before the COVID nonsense, we made a bunch of videos, but they're all applicable, whether it's making money, whether it's making self-sufficiency, whether it's producing food. There is an attack on food right now, right? And we all talk about it. Hundreds of us get on my live videos every night. I do a live video every single night on YouTube around 9 o'clock. We can talk for 30 minutes. We can talk for 2 hours. It just depends on how good the conversation is and how many times I feel like saying the same thing over and over. Because really, those videos are all the same thing if you stop and think about them. Topic a little different, application, and it's all the same thing. The application's the same, the topic's just a little different. When I tell you guys buy food, right? I'm not just buying a couple of flowers or a couple of seeds, right? That greenhouse over there, aquaponics over here, all these raised beds, all these other raised beds that are set up, the 20 plus things of potatoes over there. It's all food production. The birds, we brought in almost 100 birds this weekend alone, right? Because bird flu, right? They're killing all these birds. Whether you think the bird flu is real or not, it doesn't change the fact that they are killing all these birds. They've killed over 5 million in the United States in like the last just 3 weeks. Look that up. Don't take what I'm saying, okay? How you view what you do affects how you do what you do. Do you believe that there is an attack on your ability to feed yourself? Do you think there is an attack on your ability to be able to go to the grocery store and do what you want? If you're not aware, Walmart's goal in the next 18 months is to have over 40% of their customers no longer come to Walmart. They're setting up fulfillment centers just like Amazon has. They're doing all this online ordering. You notice when you go into a store now, everywhere's pick and pull. Half the people in the store are pulling orders for people that are never going to come in the store. They don't want you to go to the store. When you go to the store and you can't pick out the type of toilet paper you want, and they have one kind or two kinds of toilet paper, they don't want you to be able to be mad at the manager or the customer or whoever's in the store, right? Somebody's gonna come to your house. They're going to drop off a bunch of shit, and before you realize half your stuff's not there or your option you want is not there, that dude's going to drive away. The dude that brings your stuff to the store to your door isn't going to have anything to do with your hate, your anger, or your frustration, whatever, right? If there is some certain thing that you feel is of importance, if you want expensive toilet paper that's 3-ply, go buy that shit. And a lot of times we are stuck on, Walmart. or Amazon or whatever, right? That thing that you want, that you've been able to just conveniently get. When it becomes unavailable, it's usually still available someplace else. I can tell you right now, I got a bunch of emails last week. Not I heard somebody say it. I got a bunch of emails from hatcheries that I have bought chickens from in the past that said they are not shipping any chickens due to the bird flu. They're going around right now, anybody within 5 miles of a bird flu incident, and they're making them terminate their chickens. And that doesn't just go for poultry farms. That doesn't just go for chicken places that grow live chickens. That doesn't go for just egg farms. That goes for people that produce baby birds that ship out. And that goes for backyard flocks as well. They're euthanizing and they're killing people's personal chickens on their little ranches, little farms, little hobby farm stuff. So I can tell you, I got a bunch of emails, places that shut down, and other people I know forwarded me emails they got from other hatcheries, big ones, main like go-to places where everybody gets their birds. I can tell you where to get birds right now that'll ship out to you. You can order them today on Monday, and they'll ship out on Tuesday. And if you want to run the risk, like I bought Barred Rocks, and I wanted to get 50. They only had like 30 or so, 40. So you can go out on your delivery date one week, and they have 120 that'll be hatching out. I didn't want to run the risk that they're going to shut it down, so I ordered a bunch that will ship today, and then I will order more that will ship in 5, 6, 7 days also, and hopefully they'll still be shipping out of the state they're coming from. I can tell you where to get that. There's an option for almost everything, but the options are getting tighter and tighter, smaller and smaller, and they cost more than they did last year, and they definitely cost more than they did 2 years ago or 4 years ago. Somebody on my live feed said, what do you do if your spouse isn't on board? The sad thing is, after all these years of you dabbling, that's what he said she called it, right? And who knows the perception of it? He might be disgruntled. I don't know him personally. So who knows if we met her, how it would really seem to us. But his frustration was enough that he said something. And he's like, how do I get my wife on board? She just kind of makes fun of me in a dabbling. I don't know. She'd do it in a fun way. Maybe that's just her way of staying sane. And she knows that you're the man. She relies on you to care. That's what women do, right? They rely on the men. They pick a strong mate because she feels safe and she knows you will take care of her and her cubs. That's the animal way, right? They pick a strong mate typically. Unfortunately, humans a lot of times have the capacity to think through things, and maybe she settled. She didn't take the strongest physical dude, but took the strongest financial dude that would take care of her and her children, right? Maybe that's the case. So, unfortunately, I don't know how to get her on board. But if she's not, maybe she knows, right? Maybe she's just relying on you and she doesn't want to put that in her head. I'm of the belief that everything you put in your head pushes something out of your head. Especially as I get older, that seems to be the case more and more. It's just because the things that I used to have in my head aren't as important anymore. I'm putting things in my head, and I'm making a conscious effort to only allow things in my head that are of importance. So that's all I got. I'm kind of running in different directions. 4:30-ish, 4:35 probably. I have chickens all over here. They never used these. This is a new set of birds that we brought up over the winter. And I don't know if you can see them. They're all over the place over here. All out here in the grass. I guess because they're just eating and the lights have bugs in the grass perhaps. Just never seen that. I'm gonna go in here and do cardio. I'm gonna work out again. I worked out last night at about 8 o'clock. Feel it. Means I got a good workout. That's kind of how I judge those. And you guys have a great day, man. Have a great day. Remember, you can influence somebody through the day. And maybe it's not somebody you know. Maybe it is somebody you know. Be careful with the people you know. You can only tell them the same things over and over until you're just wasting your time. If you get around those people that you see over and over, and they always have the same conversation, evaluate. Does it add to you? Does it take from you? If it doesn't add something positive to you, get away from them. You can have the conversation for a minute or two, but limit yourself. Don't get stuck talking to somebody about some shit you don't want to talk about over and over and over. Hey, Bob, what's up, man? Hey, I'm super busy. I want to hear what you have to say. Give it to me in 2 minutes. And if it's worth having, go past 2 minutes. If it's not, you've already set that boundary. Use your time. Be nice to somebody you don't have to be nice to today. You'd be surprised how your day changes. You guys have a great morning.